Let me hear you say ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da. Crazy at this thing called love, just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. It's why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da.
Good morning. Welcome to Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today is Tuesday, April the 11th, 2023. We wake up to 40 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island. From my monitor, it's supposed to be a sunny day. So if it is, take heed and govern yourselves accordingly as you enjoy the day. Okay? I just got a call from my correspondent, Mr. Samuel Wicker. He's telling me the reception is bad where he is. Let me just see. He wants to send me a video, but I don't know if I can play a video here this morning. But anyway, we woke up this morning to news that HPX, one of these companies that got the railway agreement with Liberia, wants to sue the nation because they can't come to heads or tail of the agreement. We know that recently, last year sometime, Metal signed an agreement with the Liberian government to use the rail from Nimba to Monrovia, to Buchanan. And after they signed that agreement, it wasn't long after that, the government signed a similar agreement with HPX Ivanhoe, another mining company that wants to use the rail from of Liberia to come from the Guinea side and use the same rail to come to the port of Buchanan. Now, the Liberian government had already given this agreement to Metal. They didn't have no money to pay the salaries of the Liberian people. So they took the agreement with the HPX Ivanhoe. There was a $30 million signing bonus. So since they didn't have no money to pay the government employees, they said, well, let's sign the other contract too and take that money. So they signed it with them. They took the money, the $30 million, to pay government employees. That was what the Minister of Finance told the Liberian legislature when they called him to explain what was happening. So now we got these two contracts for our rail in Liberia. Now, HPX Ivanhoe, the company that later signed, bringing the iron ore from the Guinea side of the Nima Mountain, they want to use our port to come through Yekepa to come all the way to Buchanan to the port to export their ore to. So we gave them that agreement. Now they want to sue us for breach of contract, a default, and have us pay liquidation damages, to satisfy all the money they're spending and everything. They want to pay damages for that. So, but they are saying that the U.S. intervened, and George Weah set up some kind of committee, the Railway Authority. He set up that so we can have some official organization to deal with the rail in Liberia. Because as it is before, when did he do that? I think he set up the National Rail Authority in October last year. We had no rail authority, so we had no official government body overlooking the railway system in Liberia, because I think we only had the American people using the Nima Railway. So they were using it. I don't know if the Swedish people were using it from Buchanan to, but coming from Nima County to the port in Buchanan, the American Iron Ore Company was using that. So when that contract finished now, Metal got that, then we needed money. No money. So there was a tiny bonus of $30 million offered by Ivanhoe HPX, another mining company that's mining in Guinea, on the Guinea side of the Nima mining border, Nima Mountain. So we didn't have no money. Samuel Twere signed an agreement with them for the $30 million bonus to pay the government employees. Now we're stuck in the middle with these two companies that want to use the same railway. And HPX wants to sue because the Liberian government has not finalized the agreement we made with them to let them use the rail. We have not finalized that aspect of the agreement, one, nor have they taken that agreement to the legislature to be approved, two. So that way it is right now. That's a dilemma right there. Okay? Of bad situations. So what the United States government and one committee George Weah set up to look into all of this decided that they got to sit down and find a way that multiple people can use our railway. Because we can't just let one company use the railway and have access to Liberia's railway when we have other companies that can use the same railway. So what the U.S. government ambassador and this committee did was to sit down and say, look, we'll find some kind of way of developing what they call it, um, a non-discriminatory, multi-user, open access infrastructure corridor. That means they want to find a way that more than one person can use the railway to have access where anywhere they want to do. Also, besides that, our railway can not only be used for iron ore, when we can use the railway for passengers, for transporting cargo, it's faster. It's faster than car. So we have to really study our railway system. And this is what the American government is saying with George Weah committee set up to look at this with the new railway authority too. This new national rail authority is supposed to take care of our whole rail system, monitor it, set up the whole usage of the rail system, and ensure that we have the iron ore one side and passenger rail and cargo rail another side. So that's what America is saying. Look, before we can divvy up this railway business, we have to sit down and look at it and see how more than one company and institution can use this railway. And not only for iron ore, we got to look at the possibility of using it for transport too, human and cargo transportation. Because there's no way we can just use our railway. There's no way we can just use our rail for iron ore. People all over the world using railway for cargo transportation and people transportation. And that's an easy way of access up country. When you got to go to Nima and Grand Gita and all these kind of things, and the roads mess up around. Right now that the roads messed up, if we had a train system, people wouldn't be going by roads. Everything would be transported by trains because you can even transport cars. So you go to Nima County, instead of putting your car on the road, just put your car on the train and let the train take it to Nima County, and you get on the train with your car and go up. But as it is right now, we are stranded in our country. We only got the motor road. We're not even using the ocean for ocean transportation. We're not even using the railway. We're not using the air. Can you see how handicapped our country is? We are handicapped. We are totally handicapped. Because when you look at the means of transportation and mobilization in the country, and we can't access all the means of transportation, our country is so far backwards, man. It's so far backwards. Because even with the car, we can't even go to Nima County. Well, we can go to Nima County, and I'm talking about Grand Gila County and Sano County and Maryland County. We can't go to those counties. Our country is totally handicapped. We are handicapped. Because they got air, land, and sea. And we're not even using land. So you're telling me where we are in this life. How can our country exist like this? It's totally a handicap to us. My correspondent in Liberia, Mr. Samuel Wicker, is in Bong Mines right now, in Bombay County right now. And he wants to send me videos and all of this, but the reception up there is bad. That's what he's telling me. And he wants to send me a video, but I don't know if I can access the videos right now. He's doing interview and things. So let me just find out for him. But this is one of the main problems that handicaps a country. When the people in the country cannot mobilize. You can't move around the country. Everything happening right in Monrovia. For us to leave Monrovia to go to the eastern part, the western part, we have handicaps. no train, no air, no land. Because if you got to take 5 hours, 10 hours just to go to Cape Mount County and Robertsport, excuse me, our country is handicapped. Because for a place that Robertsport, it should be no more than 2.5 hours from Monrovia, Central Monrovia, to Robertsport. But when you got that kind of road we have, and you got to take 5, 6 hours because of the potholes and all that kind of thing, that deters so many things, man. Economy, it damages economy. Why you think our country can't G or our country can't hold? Because we don't have access to sell products. Do you think if we have good roads, people will be selling all kind of things, man? We have stores all along the roads. Things will just pop up because people will have needs. Just imagine when we were going to Cape Mount County, where I was in Liberia 2, 3, or 5 years ago. When I was in Liberia, we were going to Cape Mount County. We did an interview with the superintendent there on the alley. We were going to Cape Mount. There was not one shop on the road. There was not one gas station. There was not one business center. That is detrimental to the health of a country. It's detrimental. Why? Because if we have roads, if we have good roads, businesses will spring up all along these roads and people will make money. People will benefit. People will be happy. They can bring their goods. They don't have to take it to Monrovia. No. Because you got good roads. Cars will fly up that road. When we fix the road to Grand Gita and Maryland and other places, more cars will go up to areas every day. Some people will just leave Monrovia to go Grand Gita County just for rides. You know what that means for businesses? When you got your little Kisawa on the road, your little palm butter, your little things, you got your little cook shop going, people coming up there, they don't have to bring food. Because when I went to Liberia 5 years ago, man, when you leave America and these foreign nations and go to Liberia and things, if you're not thinking third world country, you can suffer. Because when I went to Liberia, I wasn't thinking third world country, man. We're going to Nimba County, yeah, we're going to Nimba. I wasn't thinking about fixing food and carrying my own food, carrying it in the car, knowing that when we go, we got to stop halfway to eat. I wasn't thinking about all of that. None of that was on my mind. I just got up that morning and said, we're going, Nimba, let's go. And I was packing my things, and everybody who had to go with me said, no, Roger, we can't go to that. I said, wait a minute, we can't go there. They said, no, we got to cook. We got to carry food. We got to carry plates. We got to carry water. Nothing up there. Coming from America, I couldn't picture that. Because it wasn't in my thinking. You see everything, but it wasn't registering in my mind. When the little girls told me that thing, they said, no, we can't go to that. We got to cook. We got to carry food. We got to carry water, everything. Nothing there. I said, what? You know, you still don't understand the full picture. Because I hadn't been home for so long. Until we got in the car and we're going, man. Then I saw the road. And the realization came to me that, no, you're not nowhere civilized. You're in the jungle, brother. You're in the jungle with road. Dirt road. Potholes. Oh, man. That one I got scared. When I saw the potholes and things, Sam is calling me, my correspondent. I can't even get him. The thing is bad. Let him forget the show. But anyway, it was terrible. That when the fear sunk into me. Because on that kind of road, you break down, who will help you? We were on the road for about 4 hours. We saw 2 motorbikes and 1 pickup, 1 truck, 1 Jeep for 4 hours. 2 motorcycles and 1 Jeep. I was scared. I was praying. I couldn't walk to Cape Man. If our car had broken down, we had to walk. There was no motorbike. We were going to sleep in our cars for what? How long? When were we going to get help on that road? When was somebody coming to say, oh, there's a garage, we can go take you to get spare tire and come back? No, they would have to take you all the way to Cape Man. Robbers put to fix the tire. If there's a tire place there, then you got, while we're waiting in the car, and God knows how far we were from Robbers Port. Oh, Lord. I tell you, my people, when the realization sunk in of the situation I was in, I was so scared. I was scared. One, the deep potholes, we could lose tires. Not 1 tire, you could lose more than 1 tire. How are we going to repair the tire? The driver had only 1 spare. What did you put that on and something happened again to the spare? Where would we be? Then besides that, not 1 gas station, not 1 restaurant, nothing but forest. For us who live in America for years, for you young people who have never been to Liberia, this will terrify you. It will terrify you. Because my heart did not rest until I saw Cape Man, Robbers Port. Then my heart rested. Then we get in the city, the people with me scared of juju. I mean, they were petrified of juju. Oh, don't do that. Don't shake the people hand. Those people got juju. I said, what? What kind of people are you? You in your country. You mean you not enjoy your country because of juju? Those people didn't want to get out of the car. They didn't want to talk with the people. They were scared. Can you imagine that in your own country? The people from Monrovia were scared to go to Cape Man County because of juju. They in the car talking about, oh, Rodney, look at the people looking at you. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I was asking them, what's wrong with y'all? This is your country. You mean you're not travel around your country because you think people got juju? Y'all go to America, y'all travel all around. Y'all don't know people got more juju in America than in Liberia. Are you people joking? Are you people crazy? There's more juju in this country than in Africa. Why? This is a nation of nations. People from all over the world got their own juju. White people got juju. They don't do their juju. We stupid in Liberia to think that white people ain't got juju. They got juju. They got their own juju. The Hispanic people got Santeria. Everybody got juju. And the Hispanic people, part of juju come from Africa too. From Nigeria and all the places. They're watching the same God, Orocha, Okocha, Obanja, all those kind of things. They come from Nigeria. When they took the slaves, that's how they formed that Santeria. African people got roots all over the world, man. Huh? The Hispanic people, juju come from Africa too. Santeria. They got different types too. But Santeria is one of the most popular ones. You know, everybody got juju. Don't think people ain't got juju. They got plenty of African people here, the Cape Verdeans, all over, they practice their juju. You around the people, you think you safe? I got this peel on my lip. You around the people you think you save away from juju. You're not saved. They can be white like the skies. They're practicing juju. They're Cape that all they know. Juju. I'm sitting with one of these Cape guys. The guy practicing juju on me. Can you imagine that? The motherfucker trying to make me blind. Practicing juju on me. Can you imagine that? And he told me to. Because I'm sitting with a brother, and the brother telling me how he hit law enforcement people. So I said, my man, what you talking about? So that mean you hit me? You been trying to fuck with me? Because let me tell you something, this thing is true, man. This thing is true. I had to go do my eyes, my cataract. One of my eyes, man, the cataract got on my eyes. There are the people in Africa. And you know how to turn white. That white cataract. That shit, that juju. That juju. People sending oil to make you blind. That was this Hispanic guy, this Cape Verdean guy sent on me. I mean, I had the cataract in both of my eyes. This eye was like an American cataract. The cataract in America, it doesn't get thick. The people with cataract on this side, natural cataract, it don't get thick. Those cataract in Africa where you see thick, in the close or the people eye, that juju. That shit is juju. To make you blind. And they can move that thing from your eyes. My doctor moved mine. On my left eye, the thing got so thick, I couldn't see the TV. I couldn't see nothing through this eye. Nothing. The other eye, I had it in there, I could see lit things. When the doctor wanted to move the cataract from my eye, the doctor told me, he came to me because after he moved it, he called me, he said, Mr. Chesson, I just want to say something to you. I said, what, doc? He said, the cataract you have in your eyes, that's not cataract people in this part of the world have in their eyes. He said, that's from third world country. I said, what? He said, yeah. He said, that's for third world country. When he said, already I knew somebody had fucked with me through juju. How would I get a third world cataract in America? So when I meet this guy now, me and this guy talking, we're sitting there laughing, talking. Then he started telling us how much he hates law enforcement people. So I said, so that means you hate me too? The man trained his dog and all to know police when they come into the house to attack the police. So I'm sitting with this guy, and this guy is a gangster trying to kill me because I'm law enforcement. When he said that, so I said, man, what's wrong? Why, you fucking with me too? He said, man, you know us Africans? I said, what? I said, so you fucking with me? I used to sit with this guy all the time. I know the guy, friendly with the guy, and I know the guy playing juju with me. Then he's telling me, he said, you know that our culture thing. I said, what? I knock him in the chest. I said, you're a little boy. I just hit him right in the chest. I said, don't fuck with me with juju. You're a little boy. You play with me with juju? I said, you know my God? He said, well, you know that our African thing. I said, no. That your African shit. I said, I'm a Christian. I don't play with that. I said, I don't play with that. I said, and my doctor already told me that somebody wanted to mess with me. Because how my doctor would call me aside, a white man would call me to the side and say, my man, this thing came out of your eye. It's not natural. The man said he had difficulty moving the cataract from my eyes. Both of them. He said, and that's not something that bothers him with people. This guy's one of the best eye doctors in Rhode Island. The man got his own clinic, everything, said he does his own operation, everything. And that when the guy did it, he called me aside. He said, Mr. Chesson, I got to talk to you. He said that I took her, that cataract, I took her. He said, that's not things people have in America here. He said, that thing was in your eye from third world country. I said, what? Because people had told me, say, somebody trying to make you blind. So I'm like, what is this guy trying to make me blind? Not knowing that the cat is right. Then this man tell me, oh, you know that our African thing. I said, oh, so you were trying to mess with me? I just tap him in the chest. I said, you're a little boy. Don't play with me with your juju. Take your juju away from me. That's not my game. You know, as soon as the doctor told me that, because people have been telling me, you know, people cut my car, so now they say, oh, my man, we see somebody trying to make you blind. I said, what? I said, yeah. But I don't play with those things because I don't like those supernatural things. I know about them. I confronted them. I know how to handle them. But I don't like them. I don't like to deal with that. Some people like to play with spiritualism for power and all the things. That take that thing away from me. I don't want it. You know, God will give me order. My God will give me order. I don't like the devil in the spiritualism. I know about all of that. I know how to handle it, protect myself. I know. Because I'm a Catholic. I know all the things. I ain't deaf in the day. Excuse me, I got this pee on my lip. I've been there and done that. I've been there and done that. So when this guy told me that, you know, that just brought to the realization. Because even before I left, that people you tell me, don't think the people in America don't do juju. Don't be naive and think you go into a country where people don't do the president that do juju. Reagan, all of them used to look in their fortune telling. They did it. If they can do it, who else can do it? That the same fortune telling, that the same juju shit, all of that are juju, voodoo, you know, supernatural shit. All of them practice it everywhere in the world. China or Japan, all of them got their own horoscope people. All those leaders got the people to tell them the horoscope. You see? But you don't have to be like that. Because as Christians, God warns us against those kind of things. Why? Because if something comes to happen, you can feel it yourself. Nobody can tell you. You know, people delve into these supernatural things. Maybe it's good for them. I don't know. But throughout my life, I've done enough, man. I just want to live a peaceful life and check out. Yeah. God just give me money, peaceful life, and let me live my life and check out. I got time for all those supernatural things, for power. That's not my forte, man. You know, even leading people, I don't want to lead people no more. When I see the violence, I see the evil, I see the betrayal, the treachery, why I want to lead people. I just want money, enjoy my life, and check out. I don't want no headache. You know, when God give me money, I don't even care to work. I have business. I just want to have money, live my life every morning, wake up, do what I want to do, go to sleep. Don't bother nobody. Don't come near me. Stay away from me. You know, because this is a dog-eat-dog world. It is a dog-eat-dog world. Survival of the fittest. Everybody trying to get something that they don't have. You know, and the people who have gotta make sure they protect their safety, or else they're gonna lose it. You know, it's just sad, man. The world we live in, the things we experience every day that are unnecessarily burdensome. Why do we have to go through that? You know, look at our country. Only certain people getting paid still in our country. All the way we not kill our people for revolution. We say we stop it, we want to change our country. The more we talk about changing our country, the more backward our country is going. You know, nothing but dirty, low down rogues, criminals ruling our country. Now we got grown up boys running around our country talking about their leaders. I mean, people, ignorant people, they're leading our country, man. Our country just going down to nothing, man. I mean, so low down. You got grown up boys that running our country. Grown up boys. No discipline, no training, no civility. Just raw grown up boys running our country. That's not right. It's not right. And we think this good for our society to have those kind of grown up boys. They can't now nobody won't get our country money. What kind of country is that? Everybody's scared to give your leader money because your leaders they don't pay their debt. How you borrow people money, you don't pay debt. You try to lie to the people and avoid them. What kind of credibility you have? Then when you don't have credibility, you want to blame somebody for your dysfunctional bullshit. You know, that's the thing we're going through in our country, man. Every day we're going through it. Well, let me tell you, our school in Ghana, our baking school is about to open. Okay, you know, last year I wrote a lot of people and they sent me money. I think we collected about $7,000. People sent me about $7,000. I couldn't believe it when I started checking it to see how much cash people sent me. People sent me close to $8,000 to do this school. Me and my wife put $5,000 in it. But yeah, last year we spent about $11,000 on this school because we did everything from scratch. We bought the ovens, we bought the stove, we bought the fan, we renovated the buildings because the woman gave us 2 rooms unrenovated. They were all open. They were just broken down. We had to renovate all the room, put cement all around it, put zinc, new zinc, everything. Then we bought 2 ovens. Now they got stove, oven. They just tried to break in the place last night, but they couldn't break into it because the bar wires, the gates we put there, now we're going to call the man to re-establish the gate. But all the things are in there, safe. So we got 2 schools room, we got fans and everything in there, all equipment in there. So last year, everything was free. Nobody paid nothing. We bought aprons, everything for them. And you know something? They still didn't appreciate what we did for them. At the end, we gave these people certificates. They're telling us how to fix the certificate. They don't want a certificate because we didn't fix it the way they wanted it. But these are the kind of people who got in our country today. Now, if I follow all of that, I will close that school down. But I can't do that. Because those few selfish Liberian people who just feel that everything's supposed to be for them free will fail. Because nothing in this world is free. Okay? Now this year, we don't have those sponsors. So me and my wife will still sponsor the school. But we tell them, the teachers say, well, let them register. $1 to register. Nobody on a refugee camp want to pay the $1 to register. Why? Because they're used to free shit. If it's not free, they don't want it. But for their own education, to pay $1 to register is a problem. But this is the problem we have in our country, all across. It's not only in Ghana. It's representative of everything. You know, when people do things to you, they see a situation and come, they say, look, you can do better. We give you a helping hand. We're not coming to support you. We give you a helping hand. But they all expected me to buy them oven. Where I get money from to buy people oven? I give you education and all now you want me to go buy you personal oven? No. You can't do that. You got to go out and look for the money and buy your own oven. But you know, you got the education. You got the education. So you will never lose that education. It can be 10 years, 15 years. When they call you to do something, you remember, say, oh, let me go to my notes, or you got notes, oh, I remember this, we did this in class. It will come back to you. It will come back to you. But you can't lose it. It's in your head. And that's the value of education. Sam is just here. Mr. Walker. Sam.
Yeah. I was trying to get you. I'm live at the workshop.
Yeah.
The parent accept it. But what I'm saying, a goodness for the child want to become good. I can't be that child will be good. But that child want to be bad. I can't tell you be bad. I know a child, the pastor, but I child sport. If the public check and say, I mean, my pastor, I mean the pastor,
Yeah, this is a workshop. Sorry, it's like a network, but I sent you some video. But we are.
He sent me some video. I will have to play the video after the show because I can't get off to go see the video now. He had a workshop in Bummy County. I think it's about children and something and protecting women from sexual abuse and all good. He's a facilitator. Sam is a facilitator. He does these things. He knows how to teach people about these things. So he's right now working with a group and is having this class for women outside of Bond County. And that's where he is right now. Let me hear what you got to say.
In one room and the girls in one room.
So,
and I brought them, except one who was patient from my work background who didn't want to go to school, and I sent her back into it because she wanted to go and support the name of the family. But other than I with my weak way by the grace of God, educated all of them in the high school and they went their way. But
One minute. Sexual and gender-based violence, sponsored by UN Women's Spotlight and the EU. This is a workshop that is ongoing. Violence against women and children has increased in the country, and so there's a need for such a workshop across the country, not just Monrovia, not Monterey County. So this is one of the series of workshops we've been having in Monrovia in recent time. We are in Stoney community. This is the chairperson for Stoney community. He's a chairperson for Stoney community.
Are you in Stoney?
Can you talk to him?
Are you in Stoney? Oh Lord. Well, Sam is a facilitator too. You know, he does these violent, gender-based seminars and things. He talks to people about it. He's training that. So, and that's where he is right now. I thought you were in Bummy County, but he said he talking about Stoney. Stoney is in some part across the bridge in Monrovia. Where is Stoney? I've been away from Monrovia so long. But I think Stoney is somewhere in New Croton in that area there. But when he comes back, that's why the reception is bad because he's not in a good receptive area. He's back. Sam? Oh, Lord. Anyway, so Liberia is our country. And
children begin being mature at the age of 5.
Sam, are you in Stoney?
At the 5, children begin mature at the age of 5. They begin to ask those questions. The 5 whys they begin to ask, and the 5 W they begin to ask. They will begin to ask questions at that time. But then it was cut down by 3 again. That's why the UN says send your child to school at the age of 3. You understand? The 3-year-old child, when the 3-year-old child is talking to you, you say that 10 or 15 year old.
Sam,
All right. So we need to have at the back of our mind that's the beginning of education of our children. All right. That's the beginning of education of our children. That's the beginning of their life.
Bad network.
Yes. We need to start teaching them right there. But when you allow the child to have grown into other sensitive things of life, then you say you want to feed them, even the pastor will not be able to but you have to have it at the back of the
I sent video to you. Look at the video.
I can't look at what do my show.
You're supposed to start from there.
Sam,
Yes. All of my children and all of the ones that I read off, just like that.
oh Lord, you see, as soon as you start watching them now, then the reception going. Okay, you say you sent me a video, so I will not play this video until after the show. I will look at it, and if there's something to send out, I will send it out. But this is what they're talking about now. You heard that, man? Long ago, 5-year-old children were considered ready to be trained about life and all of that because they were smart enough. Now the UN finally taking it down to 3-year-old because in struggling countries like third world nations, children grow up fast because there are many things they got to do for their parents may not be able to do. There's some children in some third world country, the children know how to read and write, so they translate everything for their parents. You know what those children hear and have to explain to their parents? Their sicknesses, their troubles. They got to take their children. So the children end up growing up faster than normal children because they're taking care of adult lives. Instead of taking care of just themselves, they're taking care of their mom and pop, who can speak English, who can maneuver. And these little kids learn fast. So all of that contribute to child abuse, sexual abuse, all of that, man. All of that. Because you got children learning things they're not supposed to learn. You know? And you don't know what adults subject young children to, man. You don't know. Some people have no morals, no training. They treat children as adults. Come watch this, come do this. No. That when a child lost its childhood, they're not learning how to play with other children, do what other children do. No, they grew up too fast because their parents depend on them for everything. So they learn everything fast. They learn how to do everything fast. They hear things they're not supposed to hear but fast. Some of their minds cannot comprehend it. But they got to juggle it because their parents need help. And these are the same things that go on in our country too, man. Our indigenous people and our children. That's why we have all these rapes and allegations of rapes and different things. Because our children growing up too fast, man. They're not being children. My little niece, man, she comes here. Little girl, man. Her mom depends on her for everything too. Little girl can cook and everything. She's just 8 years old. When I first saw her, I was calling her baby. She wasn't used to that kind of thing. But she was a baby. She was just 8 years old. But she her mom, hand and legs. Her mom was telling me how that girl can cook. She said, don't mind that 8-year-old girl when she works, she go in the kitchen and start cooking her own food. And when you hear my little niece talking 8 years old, 9 years old, the teacher would be talking too advanced for her. So every time I be with her, I be calling her baby. I said, come here, baby. You're a little baby. You're 8 years old. The thing that you're learning too advanced for you. You know? Things you need to think so they grow up fast, man. They grow up fast. And some of the things they learn, they don't understand it, to appreciate it. They don't. Then when you see our little children going wayward and becoming zogo and doing drugs, we wonder why they like that. But that's why they like that. They lost their childhood. So I don't want to keep on talking. My class is done for this morning. Sam couldn't come on. And right now we support he's in Pommy County. They're doing he said Sony went. But this morning we talked, he said it was around Pommy County area. So I don't know whether he's in the Sony Wayne community, that's in Monrovia, or in Pommy. But they're doing some UN training. He told me that he's one of the facilitators for teaching about childhood violence and abuse and all of that. So Sam is a great contributor to our society. You know, we thank him for his efforts too. But anyway, my class is done for the day. Tomorrow, maybe we'll have good news from Liberia. We heard about the weapons they found in Nima County. The little kids were looking behind the house and found this whole cache of weapons, AK-47 ammo, all the ammunitions. Who's saving these ammunition? They were found at the house of a famous robber from he in jail right now in Nima County. He in jail. But where are all these people keeping all these rounds from? How many people got rounds behind their houses from the Civil War? Those rounds from the Civil War, you can see how they're dirty and all rusted up. Okay? But let's take heed and go ourselves according to our country. We only got one country. Take heed. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Aluta. Continue. Have a good day, my people. Let's talk tomorrow. Okay? Be safe.